Hopefully, the other one's in here. And if it is, we'll bust out the gem tester and see maybe what that stone could possibly be. Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, what I like to do is create videos that I would have found helpful when I first got out looking for treasure. Today what we have is a couple jewelry jars that I got from the thrift shop. We'll see how fast it takes to get through this one. We'll probably definitely split this into two videos, but I wanted to let you know that, we paid $10 for this one. It was 25% off of this one because they had a coupon, so whatever, 25% off, that is like $19 for that one, I think. And then bought those for $4. You might be wondering, why did I buy some jewelry jars in those? Well, the answer to that is, if you look closely, I think you'll notice something. I noticed this at least. 14 karat. And then I didn't look at this. These seem kind of nice. I don't know if they are also 14 karat. Am I seeing it there, maybe? Usually you'll see it on the side. Let's see. Oh, not seeing it. And you know what? Look at this. It's plated. Is this plated? It is not. So, yeah. This part's 14 karat gold, certainly. But guess what? The stones and the studs, they are not. So before we even get into the jewelry jar, I think we found a pretty interesting thing. I'm going to set these studs aside and we'll weigh up and we'll see. So we paid total for the day. Let's see if we did okay before we even get into the jar. Let's weigh these puppies up. We're at 2.5 grams of 14 karat, and it's, what is it, like 60 something gram for 14 karat right now. So yeah, we're already in the green because we also happen to look at the earring rack. Can't complain about that, can we? All right, let's go ahead and set those aside. We'll put those in our little gold receptacle, and we'll put the jewelry jar. Now, there were a few jewelry jars. I only had like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to actually pick out a couple jewelry jars. I should probably just grab them all, but that just wasn't working out with the kids and everything. So the reason I grabbed this one, and I usually like to, my rule now is that I try, or at least the rule that I try to follow, is that I try to say, okay, what do I want out of this thing? There's got to be at least one thing. And down in here, somewhere, I'm not seeing it, was what looked like one of those little gold class pendants, like school class pendants. It's down in the bottom here. So that's the target. That's the reason I bought this one. But without further ado, why don't we go ahead and crack it? I think what I need, though, is maybe a little tub or something to pour this stuff into. I think sterling will do. Why don't we just go with the sterling? This is a good example of sterling that got marked as sterling because even though it says sterling, it's got some crusty stuff on it that needs to be taken off. I gotta wash this one. In any case, let's deploy our skizzers and we will open this up. And see what we might have in here. Try to go gently. We don't want to break anything. Okay. There are a lot of beads going on in this one, huh? Okie dokie. So if you're new to jewelry jars, I'll put a little pip right there for some of my videos on actually like picking one. Flassy. They are pretty awesome if you want to get like, you know, materials for crafting. You know, this is a bunch of really nice little beads, but it's kind of, you can see some of the strands are messed up here. Now, they can also be fun for gold and silver sometimes, particularly gold and silver that's like a little unusual or hard to identify. Most of the time, if you're going to get gold or silver out of this, what it might end up being is just like the little backs here. Let's see. Yeah, not these. And you'll want a magnet. A really strong magnet like this, these little neodymium jobs, are excellent because they'll tell you if something is worth further investigation. Now, some silver definitely will react to a magnet. Oh, look at that. That is a cool agate bolo. Will definitely react to a magnet because, as I understand it, it has a very high nickel content and it can actually react. But it's a weak reaction. If it's actually sterling, it's not going to react very strongly. If you have a very strong reaction to something, you know you're pretty much looking at like plated steel or something that is ferrous. Oh, that right there was the thing that I spotted that caused me to want this. Let's see. First off, oh, it doesn't react to the magnet. That's a good sign. It's got a good look to it, a good gold look to it. Let's put this away. And let's have ourselves a check see. What do we got? Nope. So this is 1951, but you see that little star right there? That indicates gold fill. So that little scholarship bit is gold fill. You know, nothing wrong with gold fill. It's still good stuff. It's not solid gold, sadly, but this kind of caught my eye. Oh, I should zoom out so you don't get motion sick. This kind of caught my eye. I don't think it is anything. No. LA. But I don't see any 925 marks on it. And the stones do seem to be glued in, so. All right, so we may not get gold out of this. We'll see. We sure got a lot of little magnetic stuff in here, don't we? Keep in mind the magnets. Yeah, so this is, the magnets will grab stuff and then the earrings will grab more stuff. So like the earring may be magnetic, but then a magnet will grab that and then this hook will grab other things. In a recent video, well, recent to my way of thinking, I was doing this and one of those little hooks grabbed a 14 karat gold ring. And if I hadn't been paying attention, it would have gone straight into the no good jewelry jar. This doesn't look like anything other than kind of a nice little bracelet. So if you're using the magnet, definitely like it will grab all sorts of stuff for you, but that stuff will grab other stuff. Oh, look, another nice bolo. Agate bolo. That's cool. I did spot those agates, and I like agates, so this is kind of interesting. Some kind of Not sure. Oceanic pendant. It doesn't look like it's natural. I think it might be ceramic. But I like it. I'm going to pull it out. Okay. So let's just see what we got here. That's a set of clip-ons. Let's pair these up and set them aside. Ooh, what's that? It's kind of got a nice shine to it, like a silver-y shine. But this doesn't look quality right there. Yeah, we're not good. It's just plated. That's kind of a cool earring. We'll set that aside and see if the other one's in here. Sometimes they are. Oh, that's kind of a nice little, like, cheap cameo, but people love cameos, so. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, it's missing a stone. That's sad. Good for repurposing, though. Like I said, if you are someone who likes to repurpose or, you know, turn old, you know, finished jewelry to something that's awesome again, these are absolutely for you. That is interesting. Look at those. Why are they cracked and broken? They're just really thin, huh? What do you folks think? Maybe those are silver? Why would you make them so thin otherwise? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'll throw that into my, maybe we should test this pile. Oh. It's kind of interesting. What does that say? It says canvas. Looks like it's broken off there. Yeah, you can see where the copper's coming through the plate. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that seems to be complete too. It's just a bit of costume, but I bet somebody will like that. Got a, oh, that's interesting. Japan. Huh. I'm going to put that into the slightly nicer pile. That might see some more direct repurposing here. I like to try to sort these things a little bit if I can. Got some real nice glass beads going on here. That's kind of interesting. Now, normally I wouldn't give something like this a second look because it's got a different metal here, but sometimes, I'm told, and I've never seen one, you can have gold that has surgical steel on it because somebody wants gold, but they can't have a post that is gold because they're allergic to something in there, like the copper that they alloy gold with. But those do not seem to be anything. Oh, there's the other one of those. Look at that. Those are kind of pretty. Let's set those aside. What's going on here? Is that for wine, maybe? I don't know. Let me set that aside. Oh. This has some words on it. It says, infused with energy technology, huh? Alex and Amy. US, no, I guess it's not going to be silver then, huh? Nope. Very magnetic. Just silver plate. A little bit of bone. Those are fairly serious earrings. I think I'm going to pull those out. Somebody might want those. A little bit of copper. Old. Oh, what does this say on it? Oh, West Germany. That's cool. Maybe the other one's in there too. Little bird. Well, it's got a real silver look to it, doesn't it? Huh. It's not. It's just costume. So this is interesting. The stones actually look to be set in there. Oh yeah, there we go, 925. Is it 925? Yep, silver. That's silver, look at that. Yep, 925. Cool, so we will get a little silver out of this. Hopefully some of those are pairs too. You never quite know with some of these. Wow, that is tangled. Oftentimes with these too, like your best bet for finding gold or silver is actually in these tangles, because when stuff gets too tangled up, it can be just too much work to separate. And then they end up in these. That's a couple things going on here. Neither of which are precious, so that's pretty cool. Shame it broke off, but we'll put that into the nicer stuff. Some of this old costume jewelry, trying to match these stones to fix other pieces, makes it well worth like segregating them and pulling them out. What's this one say? Sarah Covington, I think. Sarah Cov, at least. Oh, look, there's our other West German. Little piece of costume. It's kind of interesting. I don't think it is anything, no. A lot of nice beads for somebody who likes beads, that's for sure. Some nice earrings. What are the kids calling that these days? Granny core. This one is Kramer. A little worse for wear, but we'll see if there's a pair for it. There is. It's kind of cool. It's interesting too, are useful here. They're the same, obviously, but only one of them's marked. Oh. Ooh. 14 karat, so the backer's 14 karat. What about the earring? Looks good. There we go, 14 karat. Now, hopefully, the other one's in here. And if it is, we'll bust out the gem tester and see maybe what that stone could possibly be. But we got gold! And then I always feel better when I get gold out of one of these. I don't know why. There's just something about gold. Oh, there's the other one of those. Maybe those could be repaired. They're just pretty dang cool. We'll make sure those stay together. Oh, that's interesting. Feels like glass, like a... I'm going to pull that out and put it into the cool stuff pile. Now, obviously, I'm putting some cool stuff in this jar, too. Part of why I'm putting it all back into this particular jar is because I feel like these beads are something somebody's really going to want. This looks like it's probably silver. I don't know. Yep, 925. Every little bit counts. Plus, it's fun finding the little bitty things. It's kind of interesting. Seems like aluminum. Or aluminium if you're across the pond. Oh, that's kind of nice. Look at that. Little daisies. Oh, it says something. Daughters are wee persons they in the world, something in the world. Yeah, I can't make it all out through the camera here, but something about beauty. That's cute. Do we think it's silver though? I think it is. That's good. Put that in our little silver pile over here. Not a very big silver pile, but you know what? When you find a good gold earring, who cares? And as you saw at the beginning of this video, we're already set. That's interesting. That like screws in. That's some kind of wacky keychain. You know, we already walked out with gold earrings, so we're set, really. Okay, you're going to be a fun one to untangle, aren't you? Let's keep going. Ooh, what is going on here? Something very dirty, but bizarrely heavy. I don't think it's anything. I think it's just plate. Yeah, that's just plate. You can see the plate coming through here. Ah, getting me excited. Okay. Boy, we just have all sorts of stuff, don't we? That's kind of cool. Looks like it's probably silver. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go, right there. Yep. Looks Looks like it's gonna fall out. Oh no, it's in there. Hopefully we find the other one of those. Okay. I keep wanting to grab that, but we can't. Oh, there's more of these little doohickeys. I think these are probably for wine, maybe. Or like your cup or something. You like put them around the wine stem to denote that this one is yours. There are many like it, but the little blue rock one is mine. I'm gonna set those aside because I think somebody's gonna want those for purposes. Yes, I'm talking to a certain mother of the children in my class. If you're watching this, these are for you. Getting down to some little earrings here. Hoping we're going to find the other one of these. Because I don't have the heart at this exact moment in time to tackle that. Oh, there's another one of those things. I wonder if those are earrings. They're pretty dang heavy if they're earrings. We already saw you. That is a pretty hardcore clip-on. Shame there's just one. Oh, this is clearly gold plate, by the way. Just that sort of rough look. That little, or not the rough look, it's like too shiny, but almost filled in, if that makes sense. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know what I'm talking about. I point it out frequently when there's a really good example of it. That particular one was a poor example of it, but plate nonetheless. And that's most of what you'll find in these, you know. Oh, these are kind of cool. Kind of a neat set of earrings. I'm gonna hang on to those. So you know, everything gets like stuck in on stuff. So like this one doesn't really react to the magnet, but looks like it's brass. This might be silver. It's got that look to be sure. I think so. Let's see. Maybe not. What about the backer here? Oh yeah, there it is. Is it? Is that what it says? No, it says something like SPS. I don't know. That's weird. I'm gonna set that aside, maybe see if we can find the mate to it. Oh, there's the mate right there. They sure look like silver. I don't know. Put those there. Okay. Okay, if we must, let's tackle this. I'm gonna shake it a bit, and we'll just start trying to disentangle. And probably make it much worse in the process, right? No, we're getting there. With some of them, at least. This one we can just go ahead and there we go. Aha! All right, off you go. This earring is gumming up the works. Definitely made out of steel. Off you go. Oh, that's pretty. That looks like it's probably silver. Yep. Very pretty. Okay. Let's see if we can get some of these out of here. Glass beaded necklace here. Can you come out? Maybe, maybe not. All right, so we got some stuff that's like clearly like this copper here is coming through. Let's get this little earring out of here if we can. You are coming up. Hey, look at that. There's the other one. Can't complain about that. But yeah, it's pretty important when you're doing this to like be disentangling all the earrings, because they are going to be your primary culprit in causing these chain snarls. So I suppose you might want to see this. I'm not sure. I just saw this little hang tag here thing. It looks like it's got a PD or something. In any case, if we can get this thing disentangled. Ooh, that looks... Little lobster clasp. What does that say? It says RM. Is that silver? Nope. That is not silver. Yeah, all right, let's keep getting this stuff out of here. You don't have to necessarily completely untangle the chains to identify them. You know, you can just hit them with the magnet and see what happens. The ones that are obviously magnetic are ones that are just plated, unless they're very weakly magnetic. If they're very weakly magnetic, then they might still be silver, so you want to double check them. But just because they're not magnetic doesn't mean they're going to be silver. It just means look closer, which is the same with weakly magnetic. Because if you find something that's like super weakly magnetic, and it is marked 925, and all indications of it are that it is silver, it very likely could be. One of my other videos is how to identify silver necklaces. And that's one where I actually have examples of sterling that still is magnetic. This is just kind of a confusing thing, but it doesn't look like it's a precious metal. So we're gonna kind of set it over here. Let's get the rest of these earrings out of here if we can. And most of what I'm doing here is trying to figure out if there's anything that's worth my time to truly like disentangle. You know, if something in here happens to be a precious metal, like if this feather is 925, might be. Actually, it looks pretty good. Oh, but I don't think, Let's see, what is it attached to? Is it an earring? So there's a lot of clues as to whether or not something is silver. Like this looks like silver right here. And it is. See, our little lobster clasp. So this one is definitely worth getting out if we can. Ah, the feather is, in fact, an earring that is gumming up the works. We will inspect you in a minute. Right now, we're trying to get our silver chain out of here because we like silver. Okay, cool. So there was one silver chain in there. Can't complain about that. So these snarls are well worth like putting time in to. But at a certain point, you don't need to pull out like everything necessarily. Just identify the stuff that you want. Alex and whatever. Patent pending. And make sure that you've unhooked any anything valuable from there. This is weird. Oh, but the nice thing about this weird thing is that it actually has copper coming through on it, so we know we're good. And with that, I think I am satisfied that the rest of this can go over here. And pull this out. We already know what these guys are. All right, necklace is handled. Oh. Okay, what else we got going on in here? Little, that's too light to be anything. It's just sort of hollow. Little amethyst bracelet. Get some of these wine dealy things out of here. Oh, that was a bracelet. That was cool. It's kind of a shame. Probably turn into some earrings, though, or something down the line. Okay, now we get down to the little stuff. I like using the magnet for this just because you can sort of like pick up stuff. Now, be very careful when you do this, though, because, you know, stuff will get grabbed. See, we're looking at a few different things here. So you want to make sure that everything that you're dismissing is, in fact, very, very magnetic. And also keep in mind that, like, you could have, like, an earring backer that's magnetic on a, oh, those are cool. What are those? You could have an earring backer that's magnetic on a piece of precious metal. So just like at the beginning of the video, we had, you know, 14 karat hoop things on a plated stud, you can definitely put, you know, magnetic backers on 14 karat gold. But yeah, like this method will pick up all sorts of stuff for you, but then definitely still give it the eyeball. That's cool. And oftentimes with these jars, you know, the gold you'll actually end up with will just be the little earring backs. If you end up with any gold at all. Most of these I find will, if you look real close, have silver in them. Kind of from anywhere I've been, realistically too. I've found gold and silver in these. But usually it's like down in this stuff. Nope. Yeah. I'll always just separate out that back and make sure they're both magnetic before you dismiss them. That's kind of a cool little. Oh, good. Weren't we looking for you? We were. Those 925s that we found earlier. Wow, you are very magnetic. Tacoma, 1986. Oh, we were looking for you too, weren't we? Look at that. Ooh. This has a good look to it. Let's see. Definitely smashed. But it's got a real gold look to it. Oh. Not seeing any marks. Oh, nope. There I was, fooling myself again. That's where the magnet can really save you a lot of scrutinizing time. You think you got something good and just hit it with the magnet and go, oh, no, it's plate. Oh. That is got a mate. Ooh. No, wait. I thought that was the mate to another one, but I think this is silver. Sure looks like silver. Doesn't even be marked at all. Oh, no, right there. You hit it with the loop. Well, the back says 925 right there. And I'm pretty sure this is silver. But I don't see any kind of marking on it. But I can't see this as being anything but silver. Be nice if the other one was in here, but I don't see it. All right. We're going to find our other 14 karat gold. Oh, that's interesting. A little bit of 925. Oh, I think it's a pendant. That's cool. Yeah, sometimes it'll look silver and then you go, oh, nope. It's got a steel haft on it. Whole bunch of nothing. Okay. Let's grab some of this, and now you're seeing with these beads why I use this sterling receptacle, because otherwise we would be chasing down beads all over. That says something. What does it say? Oh, it says nothing. It says Disney. It was Goofy's legs or something. But yeah, if you like glass beads, I mean, you're definitely going to like these in many cases, because these things can be totally full of some really nice beads. And if you like repairing jewelry, I'd imagine that the materials you can get out of one of these things can be great. All right, let's get down. See what we got down here. These are nothing. You can tell with the plate, and then having a steel ear stud. Oh my. Did we do it? We did it. Look at that. And look at that. Look at the crustiest, nastiest. In fact, watch this. Watch this. Yep. See, it's got a magnetic backer on it, but away you go, magnetic backer. But we know better, don't we? We know you are 14 karat. And some kind of stones. We'll hit it on the gem tester here. What do we got here? This is pretty. Oh, look at that. Is that also? Oh, no, you know what? You thieving earring stole this back. There we go. Of course, that still might mean that this is something. Let's have a look. Nope. So there we had both a magnetic back on 14 karat gold and a 14 karat gold back on a magnetic earring. So yeah, definitely look close. Boy, I am not unhappy at all with this one. All right, I think we are at the end. That doesn't look like anything. Let's hit it with a magnet. Nope. Nope. Just plate. Something like this will have a, I don't know, a more gold look. You see the difference there? And then it would be marked. All right, this guy right here is our last anything in here. And it is magnetic. Now the question is the back magnetic? Or is the earring magnetic? It's the back. So let's have a closer look here. Kind of interesting. Usually these things will say something. I wonder. It doesn't really glow. I'm going to put that in maybe my little to test pile for testing at a future date. We'll give it the old scratcheroo when we have a second and see what it might be. All right, so with that, we have a fake bit of coral. Let's go ahead and set up our gem tester and see what kind of stones we have on our 14 karat. After I keep looking. Nope, that's not silver. All right. All right. The long warm-up process is done. And let's just see what we might have. Topaz. Let's clean it up here a little bit. Supposed to make these very clean before you do this. Might have to go give them a scrub. Because that one's in like citrine. And the other one is, oops, going back down. Spinel? Well, they're not diamonds. I'm guessing Spinel probably, right? Or citrine? Do kind of have a yellow color. I guess the question is, what kind of gemstone like that would you be setting in 14 karat? Why don't I go give them a scrub like you're supposed to do. And then I'll come on back and we'll try again. Yeah, these things are going to need the ultrasonic, I think. My scrubbing skills is not getting all that gunk out. But we'll give it a shot. Okay, warmed back up. Let's see what these do. Yep, thank you. Now these are much cleaner, so fairly firmly into that Topaz range, looks like, for that one. Was that the cleaner of the two? Topaz. So I'm guessing that that's what we have here. We have a set of Topaz 14 karat gold earrings. And with that, we will go ahead and finish out this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. These got a nice little chunk of silver here. Now, of course, we can weigh it for you stackers and folks that want to know. Our Topaz and gold earrings weigh in at 0.83. Of course, you have to remove the stone from that equation, so half a gram. But still, I think we paid like $18 for this, so half a gram of 14 karat pays for it, certainly. And then, you know, we got all this sterling, but like, probably shouldn't even weigh these, right? They're not really, we can't really count those as sterling so much. Same thing there. The rest of it, I guess we can say. There's another, just in sterling, another 10 bucks probably. You know, we're at 17 grams if we take everything away. So these jewelry jars aren't always like super duper mega awesome. You don't always pull a gold ring out of it or something, but you know what? Anytime you pull gold out of one, it's a great day. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe, and most importantly, I hope you can use this information to go out and find yourself some treasure. Ooh, wait a minute. You know what we should do? We should do this. Because these are actually 14 karat gold. Will they fit on here? How do they look? Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah. I think we'll stick with that, shall we? I kind of like these little fancy up your studs kind of deals. Add some gold to your gold. There we go. All right. Have yourself a great morning or evening or whenever you're watching this video.
Like this, I've been Thomas.